Hi. We're on live at the show, and we're gonna say things about stuff. Yes, we are rusty.
Harry.
I am, brothers. Remember, I remember you. You're that sister that I have that we do things with stuff.
Stop. We're back.
We're back. That's right. We are back. Look at our faces. Don't we look different? We are 10 weeks more mature, 10 weeks smarter, 10 weeks better than we were before. Yeah, wait till you hear all the things that we've done and not done and thought about doing. It's pretty exciting. Uh yeah, hey everybody, we're back. The Brothers Sisters after a 10-week hiatus. I just needed a break, Ann. I don't know about you, but I just needed a break. Oops, I forgot to turn my music off. See, I knew I was gonna forget how to do something, then the music came back on. You know what? I have missed this music. Let's just listen to it one more time, and let's give our props to the marvelous Max Caselli who made us this music. Get down, y'all. All right, sorry. All right, we're done with that. Okay. Yeah. So we took just a 10-week sabbatical to get our lives, moving forward. Mostly it was me. It was me trying to get my shit together because I'm sorry, my poop was not in a group, if you will.
It was well stacked. It's
Mm-mm.
tumbling about.
No, my poop was basically it succumbed to entropy. So, which is,
It's terrifying, is what it
it is
is.
terrifying. It is. It really does. It's amazing how much entropy can just sort of take over your universe because that's kind of what the universe wants to do. It wants to be disordered and crazy, and we keep
Yeah.
trying to order it and uncrazy it. So anyway, we are back, and that's what the show is about today. The show is about what did we do while we were on our sabbatical, as we've been calling it. That's right. We were not getting our poop in a group. We were on sabbatical, which is, you know, that's kind of
Unpaid
neat.
leave.
We were on unpaid leave, which would imply that we were getting paid in the first place, which is
Right.
untrue.
Which is
Untrue.
also not true.
Correct. That is correct. All right. So let's talk about stuff, shall we, Amber? Do you want to kick it off? Do you want to just jump right into the intro and all that sort of good stuff?
Might as well.
Okay, good. Well, then I'm going to go ahead and throw that up there. Look, green. It's so beautiful. That's the nicest. You know what it is? I chose green. This is my favorite color of the season is May. It's that real bright green that you get before everything kind of settles down into that darker green of June. It's my favorite color, the color of May, which is what our background is today. So there you go. All right, Anne, hit me now.
All right. We, if you have forgotten, we are Anne and Janice brothers. We're sisters. Our last name is Brothers. And that hasn't changed in the last 10 weeks. So,
It's not.
yeah.
I'm going to interrupt you, Anne, because Tara is with us. Yo, Tara, what up? I hope you're well. Hey, did you have your master's yet? Okay. So I hope you do. I hope you're doing okay because I know you're doing about 86 different things. If there's anybody that needs a sabbatical right now, it's you, Tara. Shout out to you. This one's for you today. All right, cool. Thanks for joining.
Thanks, Kara. So we are in our 50s, which means that we are Generation X. And that also means that we have a lot of men in our age group that still wear superhero t-shirts. So if you see a dude in a superhero t-shirt that's not a teenager, he's probably Generation X.
Accurate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there you go. We talk about smart stuff, dumb stuff, fun stuff, and any combination of the three. We are not cool, hip, or sexy, and we know this because of all the 5Ks we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, a disproportionate number of 5Ks because that's what we're doing right now. We're 5K in it, y'all.
Yeah, exactly. We're not a true crime celebrity or influencer podcast. True crime is too terrifying and depressing, and celebrities are only celebrities because we say so. And
Right.
influencer podcasts are also terrifying and depressing, and ours is smart, dumb, and fun. So why not do that
All
instead?
agreed. So apparently the one we're supposed to be watching right now, the true crime one, is supposed to be so hi Anne, how are you? Anne's great. Anne is also glad that we're back.
Oh,
And real quick,
hey, Anne.
I'm gonna address Tara. Tara, how many masters are you pursuing right now? What are you doing? I got one and it ruined my life, okay?
Yeah, exactly. I've never been the
You're gonna get
same.
done with your 2 masters and you're gonna be like, I don't know what to do with my hands, you know?
You have to get a doctorate in education.
Oh, don't do
Second
that.
most
Oh,
less useful thing in the world.
totally, totally. So, hey, Ann, what's up? Glad you're here.
Thanks,
All right.
Sam.
What else was I gonna say? Yeah, so apparently the Netflix documentary, that true crime documentary that we're supposed to be doing is The Crash, and it's about a girl who drove her boyfriend and his friend into a wall at 100 miles an hour. So, yeah, because she was mad at him.
Did she
So,
kill
her
him?
boyfriend, she killed him and his friend,
Ooh.
and she survived. So,
Oh. Is she in
yeah,
jail now?
she was convicted of murder. Yes.
Wow.
Hmm.
Wow. Well,
So,
what
I'm
was her
curious.
defense?
Um, it wasn't her fault. The car, something, something. But yeah. So,
Hmm,
uh,
interesting.
Tara says never a doctorate in education. The crash is nuts. So is false prophet. What?
Oh.
I
Okay.
still haven't gotten over the Liver King, but I'm kind of a sucker for anything that's religious based because of stuff in my head about all
Yeah.
that.
Of our educational and growing up background.
Yes. We won't get into that today. That's like 5 shows all in one right there. So,
Exactly. I don't have Netflix right now because we got Hulu for a little bit and we watched Nature Boy, which is about a cult. And so, also very interesting. And you know what, Jenny? All cults are kind of the same, it turns out. It's like, oh, this is cult 101. I'm like, I'm not sure there's a cult 200. I think they're all in the 100 level.
I love that. Yeah, I don't think you're wrong about that. I think they basically have a formula. The formula usually involves powerful men, um, manipulated women, sex, money, drugs, and murder in the end.
Yeah. Usually somebody gets murdered or almost gets murdered, or yeah,
Right.
exactly. So I'm
Yeah.
like, wow,
Somebody's,
this is.
yeah.
And if you're going to call yourself Nature Boy, you should at least be able to identify 5 trees. You know,
Oh,
eating fruit does not make you a nature boy. So anyway,
oh, rats. I
yeah.
had
Anyway,
strawberries and raspberries this morning, so rats, that's over for me. We
yeah.
had a banana
Anyway, he's in
yesterday.
prison now, so for
Okay.
a long time.
Mm, all right. Yeah, that tracks. Okay, good.
Yeah,
Sorry, we got off topic.
we
Uh,
did. We've been told we're good to listen to when you want to learn things about stuff and admit it, you missed us.
you did. You did. You missed Anne's hair and my hat. So there we go.
Exactly. This podcast is not GPG or even PG-13 because we swear a lot. That's
I
not
know
going to
I'm
change.
I'm a little bit worried because I've been working on the certificate to give to Bailey for the boat building contest
Oh
at
yeah,
Michigan Maritime Museum, and I'm like, what happens when we interview the kid? We're gonna have to really work that. We're gonna have to practice.
yeah,
We're gonna
yeah.
have to like edit our thoughts and
Mhm.
not say what we're thinking. That's gonna be hard, but
We're
I
gonna have
think we
to
can do
act
it
in a
because
professional manner, Jenny. We're going to have to be professionals.
fine, fine. Yeah, okay. Oh, actually, what we need to talk about today, and when we get to it, we need to talk about the podcast that you sent me to listen to this week.
Oh yeah. Oh, wasn't that
Yeah, we
so
have to talk about
freaking
that.
good?
Yeah,
Mhm,
totally good. All right, we'll talk about that when we get to the stuff that we did on our sabbatical. So
mhm.
there you go. All right, sorry, I keep interrupting you.
Oh, so did you finish it, Jenny?
I did,
Okay, good.
dude. And you know what? Men continue to be just a bunch of fuckers. What a bunch of fuckers.
I know. I was like, oh
God.
man, why do you have to
This
suck
great
so
story, and
hard?
then just I'm like, here she does all this great stuff, and she's amazing, and I'm like, oh, but we're yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Anyway, we'll get to that.
Anyway,
Sorry,
sorry, we digress. And
we
swerve.
digress. Yes.
You can join us on our website, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, YouTube, Amazon Music. You can watch us on Facebook, as some people may be doing right now, or whatever. Uh,
Or the YouTube.
yeah, on the YouTubes. Like us, follow us, hit the bell, leave us a review, give us your feedback with our questions and answers and our polls. And of course, there's always our friend Alexa, who will play us if you ask nicely. So she's starting to get kind of like a personality and an attitude. So pretty soon she's going to say, I didn't hear, what's the magic words?
Truth. Actually, yeah, what I'm looking forward to is when we AI ourselves, and so then you'll have to guess Are we AI Anna Janice or are we real Anna Janice? The good news is when I get my AI self, I'm gonna be so much hotter than now.
Me too. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be way hotter. And yeah, can you imagine? The AI would be like, "No, we're not doing that. We have standards."
Yeah. Um, yeah, I have some thoughts on that. So
Yeah.
anyway, we are not AI yet. We are currently just the brother sisters doing our thing. Like, follow, subscribe, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music. Put the word out to your friends and family and stuff. Like us, share us, all that sort of good stuff. Hit that button, subscribe, tell your people to subscribe. You don't even have to watch, just subscribe. Just interact with our content. That's what I'm supposed to say.
Oh,
You should interact with our content. So I know. We have to have some sort of catchy thing so we can be on reels. Catchphrase.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right. So we're going to talk about smart, dumb, or fun stuff that happened this week. Now, this is what we normally do at this point, but we're going to do like a whole, basically, hour of smart, dumb, fun stuff this week. So we're skipping that. Don't worry. It will be back in its place next week. Here we go. All right. Since you've been gone, not the song by Kelly Clarkson. Oh, look at this. Tara's with us. You can both can't get any hotter. I know.
Oh,
Screw AI. Exactly.
thank
So
you.
there you go. Love
There
that.
you go.
Thank you, Tara. You're the best.
Mhm.
Yeah. So since you've been gone, it's not just a Kelly Clarkson song. It's a lifestyle, which is what we've been up to since we've been gone. Okay. So what we did on our sabbaticals by Ann and Janice Brothers. Disclaimer, though we both did a bunch of stuff while we were away, we make no guarantees that our show will reflect any sort of consistency, professionalism, or emotional growth. Just like always. Okay. That's
um,
my way of saying if you were expecting us to get a lot better while we were gone, that did not happen.
that did not happen. I'm still working. I'm still working through Cult 101. So don't join my cult yet. Let me get it a little more. Yeah.
I love it. So
Mhm.
that's good. Yeah, when your cult's done, Ann, I definitely want to be part of it. Okay.
Oh, sure, sure. It will
Okay.
involve so much pastry.
I love that. Yeah, I just really want a cult that enjoys ice cream and pastry
Yeah,
and
and
trips to
lots
the
of
lake.
quiet reading.
Okay, that sounds really nice. Maybe
I
some
know.
naps.
Oh yeah, naps. Daily nap.
Mm,
Oh,
daily meditation followed by nap.
nap. Exactly.
Nap is meditation. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's awesome. Uh,
I will require everybody in my cult to be at least 100 pounds heavier than I am.
okay, that could work.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, yeah, that's awesome. I love that.
Mhm.
So, okay. This is a cult that I think I could get behind. So, I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right. What are we doing? What have we been up to? And do you want to start?
Sure.
Okay.
I worked
So
on becoming a world
this is okay,
conquering.
hang on. Hang on.
Uh-huh.
This is the stuff that we pretended to do while we were away. This is sort of us going, "Hey, this is the stuff that we made up because we thought it was funny." Okay, and you begin.
Well, I worked on becoming a world conquering capitalist. No, not really, but I did confidently pull shots at work, coffee shots at work, and I got a lot of people to leave tips because of my delightfulness and expert bagging skills. That's kind of like what I do at work. Like a lot of people will leave tips if they're getting a drink, if they're having their drink or made. But my job is to try to get them to leave tips just because I'm so awesome, even if they don't get a drink. So that was that's always my mission. I did
Nicely
pull
done.
lots of weeds. It's spring and there's a lot of weeds in my garden. I went to the gym enough times and I quietly judged all the boomers at my gym, which is something that I enjoy doing. They all have so much money and they're so like thinking they're going to live forever. And, it's like they're one fall away from becoming my parents. So anyway,
Sorry.
I
That
finished
squeaky
the
noise
first
was me.
yeah, I finished the first part of my spring cleaning, and I tried to work on being grateful without rolling my eyes at myself. So there,
And brothers doing the gratitude thing. That's
I
awesome.
know.
Yeah. When did that happen?
I
What?
Man, I don't know. I'm trying to become a more happy person.
How's that going?
it has its up and downs.
I totally get that. Happiness is like that. But that's the whole role of happiness. Kind of up and down. It's all
It's
right.
kind
You
of up
can't
and
be
down.
happy all the time.
I know, but I figured if I have a cult, I got to make people be grateful for me. So,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
mhm.
Yeah, you do. All right. So what I didn't do while we were away for 10 weeks, I did not write the great American novel. Duh. Because that's what everybody's like, well, while I'm on my sabbatical, I'm going to write the great American novel. Yeah, I didn't do that because I don't really have any interest in that. And honestly, I can write. I'm actually a decent writer, but I'm more of a prose writer or essays, more of an essayist than anything. So, in my opinion. I've been busy complaining at every school meeting that this could have been an email. So, gotten really good at that. I really perfected my technique on that one. Um, I've sent more emails that say this could have been an email. So,
Mhm.
this
Yeah,
email could have been an
exactly.
email. Could have been a shorter email. I've spent 2 months wondering why hacky sack is a thing again. I don't know, Tara. If you're still there and you're at school, is hacky sack a thing where you are? Because it's a thing where I am, and it's like I don't understand.
Exactly. I was like, does somebody got Goo Goo Doll tickets? They're going to the Goo Goo Doll concert or
Goo
something?
dolls?
Or
No, you didn't. Just bust out the Goo Goo dolls. Stop it.
yeah, it's like, yeah, we're gonna go to
Okay.
Lollapalooza or something or Lilith Fair
I
and
got
play hacky
Lilith
with you
there
guys.
and wear my flannel and my Pearl Jam t-shirt, my baggy cargo shorts, and
Yeah, listen
do
to
some
Jewel,
hacky.
something.
Yeah, so I have no idea why that's a thing again. But okay, Tara has indeed confirmed that it's a thing. Um Tara says I'm playing Iris in honor of Anne. Nicely done.
Perfect.
Wow. Yeah, so that's a literally it's so funny. And what's funny is that the kids keep getting in trouble for it. You know, our admin's having a fit because teachers keep letting the kids in the hallway to kind of play it in the hallway. And there's sort of a double-edged sword to this. I'm like, it's annoying because they're terrible at it, and B, it's loud, but it's like they're also not on their phones, which is really nice, you know?
Mhm. Yeah.
So, you
You
know,
wanted them to live life. Well, here they are living the fuck out of life.
they are living their best hacky life. So
Mhm.
it's hilarious. I had a kid that wouldn't stop playing with it the other day, and I just looked at him. I'm like, if you don't stop playing with that, I'm gonna take your sack and I'm gonna cut it with some scissors, man, into a million pieces. And the kids were like, whoa, she means it. I'm like, I do mean it. I'm over it. Yeah.
Oh,
So okay, so that's what I did. I have mowed my lawn on several occasions, and it just feels good. Mowing your lawn feels good.
mhm.
I love it. It's hard work though because I have kind of a big lawn, so it takes me about 3 hours to do. If I do it by myself, the mowing and the trimming and everything takes or it takes about 3 hours.
Mhm.
Um, you can't play with your sack in class, says Tara.
Exactly. That was one of my rules when I was a teacher. I'm like, stop touching it. It's gonna fall off
Stop,
if you keep
stop
touching
touching your
it.
sack. And this was when hacky sack wasn't a big deal, so we're talking
Yeah,
about a completely different sack.
yeah,
So,
exactly. Stop taking pictures of it.
do not send pictures of your sack to girls you like, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
And that goes for either your sack or a hacky sack, just in general. I
Yeah.
just, life lessons. My gift to you. All right, so I've worked very hard the past 10 weeks on finding Kalamazoo's best old fashioned again. Note, it's still the social house, but O'Duffy's is gaining ground. You
Mm,
wouldn't think that an Irish pub could make such a good old fashioned, but they do. All right, no woman asked for that image. Ooh, you're welcome. Yep, yep, that's correct.
that's true.
Well said, Tara. Well said. So yes, I have explored the many old fashions, and the best ones are your top three are still Social House, Brick and Brine, and oh, I can't think of where. Yeah, it's basically Brick and Brine, Social House, Brick and Brine, and O'Duffy's. Shockingly enough, are the three best old fashions I've had in the last 10 weeks. So
Nice.
yeah, good.
Very nice.
All right. Um, I thought about stuff that sounded really neat that I should do, followed by, yeah, I should do that. And then at the same time, knowing full well in my head that I'm not going to do that.
That sounds like a project down the road. I got other stuff.
Yes, I've got other stuff that is occupying my time and mind, and that's what I've been doing.
Mhm.
So, yeah. and it's been going well. I'm like, it's been enjoyable.
Good.
Um, all right, so let's get to it. All right, so what have we been doing, seeing, etc., that is smart, dumb, or fun? So, Anne, let's go back and forth on this. Let's start with your smarts, and then we'll go to my smarts, then we'll go to your dumb, then my dumb, then your fun, and then my fun. Because a lot of them I know are intertwined because we did some dumb, smart, and fun things together.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Hit.
smart things that I did. I went with my friend Amy, and we went and saw the Handmaid's Tale opera at the Detroit Opera House. So that was a very smart thing that I did, and they did a really good job. The two parts that I liked the most about it was the music, not necessarily the libretto or the words, but the music of it was very powerful. And then it was a very minimalistic set, and they did so much with lighting and curtains. It was very impressive. They did a great job of establishing all the places merely with lights and curtains. And I was just really, really impressed with that. Plus, tickets were like $25 a piece. So, last time I went to a movie, it was like $18. So this was way better.
As
That was
well,
nice.
yes.
You can spend a lot more money going to the opera, but we got decent seats for $25 each.
Nice.
I finished the book, Who Would Believe a Prisoner? The Indiana Prison History Project, Indiana's Women's Carceral Institutions from 1848 to 1920. This book was absolutely amazing because it was written, it's basically these women in prison were getting their undergraduate or their master's in history, and because they had so little first source material, they actually had to focus on the sources that the prison had, which was its own history. So basically they took apart all this first history of the prison and then were able to expand on it, and it was so fucking fascinating. And it was, at the time they started this, they thought that this Indiana prison was the first women's prison in the country, and they learned that it actually wasn't. It was a Catholic Magdalene Laundry was actually the first women's prison in America. But it was so good and heartbreaking, and it was just an amazing book. So highly recommend it. Of course, this is one that Jenny and I did together. We went to the Michigan Maritime Museum lecture series about Evelyn Wright and Sarah Carey, and how they were the first women to do the Chicago to Mackinac yacht race. And
yeah.
Yeah, it was just the two of them. It was a two-person crew, and it was a really exceptional lecture. And I hope that the people that are studying this come out with a book, because I'm going to buy it. I went to, again, with my friend Amy, we went to a Fever concert. They were also the ones that do the light concerts, Jenny, that we went to, the candlelight concerts.
Ooh,
and this one was at the Gem, which is a nice little theater in Detroit. And we saw a four-piece jazz ensemble with a fifth member as the singer. And they did all of this, a bunch of songs that Ella Fitzgerald had made famous. So it was spectacular.
And then I finished the book in years. God, so cool.
Yeah, it was so cool. And then I finished the book Heretic, Jesus Christ and the Other Sons of God by Catherine Nixie. Boy, I bet she gets tons of hate letters. This was a fascinating book because when Jesus was a person, the thing among many Jewish communities was that the Savior was coming, and he's coming now. And so Jesus wasn't the only Savior. There were other dudes, like John the Baptist was actually in this group. So there was a bunch of other dudes who were in the business of saying they were the Savior. And then once they all settled on Jesus being the Savior, then there was this big turmoil the first couple of hundred years in Christianity as to what was the correct form of Christianity. And the whole thing about like the the creche scene with Jesus in the manger, and that's not in the Bible. That's all from a different form of Christianity that managed to seep its way into Christianity now.
Reliable narrators, y'all.
Exactly. So it's fascinating. And the reason why Christians got so good at persecuting non-Christians is because they started on other Christians first. So this Christianity that we have right now is not the was not the only one, and it wasn't even the first one, and it wasn't even the best one, and it wasn't even the most popular one. It's just the one that won.
Well, and it's so funny because the winner always gets to make, the winner gets to make the history.
Exactly.
So, yeah, and that's the way it kind of just works out. So,
Mhm. Yeah. So
yeah, that's
please don't
awesome.
send us your Christian hate letters. Anyway, again, fascinating. I also finished the book Naked, which is on sex, work, and other burlesque by Fancy Feast, and she is a burlesque performer, and it's basically her memoir. It was so fabulous and so interesting. I was like, oh man, I wish I was like 30 years younger so I could go into burlesque. Actually, I probably could now, just be my own, So, but anyway, that
Totally. You
was
can make
great.
your own. Make your own.
Make it your own. So we saw a lecture, Jenny and Duncan and I saw a lecture by John U. Bacon about his book about the Edmund Fitzgerald. On Audible, I listened to the book Power of the Dog by Don Winslow. And this was actually made into a movie a couple years ago. If you have Netflix, I highly recommend. It's a great movie. The movie is as good as the book. So I have to admit that doesn't happen very much, but it's very
That was a good
Cormac
movie. Yeah.
McCarthy in its in the way that he uses language. So it's a very beautiful, good book. I also listened to The Sparrow by Mary Dora Russell on Audible, and I had read this book a number of years ago, and it's one of those books that continues to haunt me. So I re-listened to it.
That book
And
messed me up. That
yeah,
book straight messed me up.
well, it's still as again, after especially reading Heretic, it's
Yeah.
like, oh man, yeah. I
Yeah,
watched
messed
the
me up.
show DTF in St. Louis, and I put this under smart because it will break your heart a little bit. It's a smart, interesting, it's just well written, well performed. The way the story is told is not linear, and it will break your heart a little. So yeah, and then I got some wisdom from some friends in the last 10 weeks that I'm really grateful for, and so that was another thing that was really smart. Like old friends, and I was like, oh yeah, they're smart. I need to listen to them more often. So anyway, Jenny, that's what I did. Those are my smart things that I did in the last ten
Very
weeks.
good. I love that. Yeah, old friends are smart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
good
yeah.
them.
Excellent. My list isn't as long as yours because it never is. Okay. Um, so went to the presentation at the Michigan Maritime Museum, which I thought was really great. Um, to me, you have to be sort of a special kind of person to sail a boat, especially in the Great Lakes, because the Great Lakes are terrifying.
Hmm.
Um, I read the book Gales of November and went to the book talk. And what a great book that is. It's what's really great about the this book is that you think you know things about the Edmund Fitzgerald. And what's cool is that after you read this book, you're like, I didn't know anything about the Edmund Fitzgerald other than it sank. And then you think you know something, and then there was a song about it. But there's a lot to unpack in that story. And you talk about a ship that was you just felt like it was literally doomed the day of. I mean, everything was lining up to be so great, and it was their last trip, and the captain's retiring, and these guys on the crew are, they went, they stayed on another year so that they could all retire together, and then you're like, wow. And then just the choices that were made that were just, nobody's fault, just unfortunate choices that you think that are good choices weren't,
Hmm.
So pretty heartbreaking. Fantastic book. Got to go see the crane migration in Nebraska on the way out there for spring break. What a fascinating um you have this little bottleneck. You have this massive set of 1 million cranes, 2 million cranes that bottlenecks through this approximately 50-mile wide corridor between Grand Island and Kearney, Nebraska, in late March and early April. And it is just it's stunningly awesome. So we got to go and experience that, which was amazing. Um, and I got to do something really cool. My friend Kathy was ordained as an Episcopal priest in March, and that was absolutely awesome. So that was really something I haven't been in a church in a really long time. And so it was cool because A, you got to see somebody. who's my age, figure out what she wanted to do with her life and then dedicate a good chunk of her life studying that and testing and working so to be there and be part of that was really, really awesome. And I got to tell you, those Episcopals, they know how to do it up. I'm telling you. I still have questions about the umbrella. What can I say?
I know I wasn't even there, and I keep thinking, I'm like, and the umbrella.
I know, right? Well, and it's kind of nice too because the Episcopals are kind of leading the way right now on just inclusion, on being a Christian organization that is working to include. It's amazing how many women, their bishop is a woman. Half the priests that were on that altar were women. Of the people being ordained, all of them were women. So I really liked being a part of that. It made me feel nice. So yeah. Oh, hi, kitten. I also learned about what a cat when they have an abscess on their tail, what that looks like, and then what to do with your cat when she doesn't poop anymore. So Mucinex, baby, not Mucinex. What's the I don't know, Dulcolax or whatever the little laxative is that I'm petting my cat right now. She's like, "Where's my dinner, mommy?" I know, sweet girl. And then you buy super expensive special food to give to your cat, so it
Food
makes
that
them
costs
poop.
more than the food that we eat.
Yes, it is. I'm definitely spending way less on groceries and way more on cat food this month. So, um, and I also learned how good groundhogs are at climbing trees, and they're super smart and they love broccoli. So,
I told you. I told you, Jenny.
broccoli.
They love
Yep,
broccoli.
they love broccoli. They're not too they don't shy away from celery either. So
No,
there you go.
no, they like to eat. They like
They
food.
doing thing. It's true. All right. Dumb. Go.
Dumb. Vowels. Vowels are dumb, and the word vowel should not be spelled the way it is. It should be spelled VAEIOU. Because I'm like, then you get your V, which everybody seems to love, and then it tells you exactly what the vowels are. That's how I think most words. I think most words should be spelled in a way that makes them attractive to look at, or they should tell you exactly what it means within the letters.
Okay.
Anyway, I
I
had
like
some
you done
trouble
there,
with
Ann Brothers.
vowels this last 10 weeks, so I'm a little pissed off about that. So I was like, that's it. Since
Yeah.
no spelling makes sense to me, and people are like, well, that doesn't make any sense. I'm like, well, it doesn't. The way you do it doesn't make any sense to me. So why can't I just do it in a way that makes sense? And then you can all follow what I do.
I like that idea. I think that's super smart.
Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah.
let's see things that are dumb that I still love. Stickers, man. I got so many stickers this past 10 weeks. Beaver stickers, trout stickers, toad stickers, intestine stickers. I mean, if you see a sticker that is a picture of an intestine, you gotta buy it. So,
Agreed.
the
That's a
other
true
thing that's
statement.
dumb is mediocre Mexican food. Mexican food should not be mediocre. It should always be good because it's not that hard, people. So I'm very disappointed with mediocre Mexican food. I did, this is dumb, but I had an excellent lemon drop martini with gin, and that was at the Detroit, it was at the Dearborn Inn. Oh man, it was tart, it's perfect. Dumb, but it was amazing. But you know what else is dumb? Tax day. Tax day happened in the last 10 weeks, and that was dumb. I watched a number of dumb movies that I can't remember. I was going to make a list of it, but I'm like, I can't remember them. I just remember they were dumb. And also ticks. I've had a lot of ticks this season. Duncan and I had both picked off a number of ticks off ourselves. Duncan got sick from a tick. So, yeah, ticks are dumb and not fun.
Why aren't your chickens working harder to eat the ticks?
It was like early on when they had not gotten ahead. They're gotten ahead of the ticks now. Now the ticks are under
Okay.
control. But that first part, I was like, they got to be outside of their run more because we have ticks fucking everywhere.
Yes. Yeah, because
Okay.
I was out with the Stuco kids pulling weeds out at somebody's house the other day, and John immediately had a tick on him. I'm like, dude, tick check. So we had tick checks every 15 minutes. So,
Yeah. So ticks are
yeah,
dumb.
ticks are dumb. Agreed.
Sometimes things are dumb and not fun, and sometimes things are dumb and fun. So, and a number of things that
Ticks
were
are
just stupid, but they were great. And then
so
a number of things that
dumb.
were just stupid.
So, all right. The dumb things that I'm doing. I am marathon training. which is dumb, but also kind of fun too. I kind of like it. I'm working with a coach now because I was having trouble. So I'm a coach
Good.
now. That's right. Because why wouldn't you? I mean, come on. I've never run 26 miles before. I don't really know what I'm doing. So
Yeah.
I gave in and asked for help and got help. So here we are.
Yeah. When I
Um,
was massage therapying and people were like, yeah, I'm thinking about going to the gym. I'm like, spend the money, get a trainer for whatever, 3 sessions, 5 sessions, 10 sessions. I'm like, you don't want to hurt yourself. They'll tell you how to do it. It's worth the money.
it is worth money. Learning how to do something is worth the money.
Yeah.
Signing up to be a student government advisor, that was dumb. I'm going to pay for that one more than once, for sure in the next year. We'll see how long that lasts. The movie War Machine with Alan Richardson, that's the only one of the dumb movies that I saw that I remember. And it was so fucking bad.
What
Oh,
streaming service is that on?
I think it's Netflix. Yeah,
Oh.
it's terrible. It's nonsensical, terrible, so bad. Yeah. Some other dumb movie that I watched with Joe, and it was bad enough that I don't remember what it was.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. You know what else with the movie that I was disappointed with was I finished the book Project Hail Mary. I guess I forgot to put that on my smart list. Great
Mm.
book. Andy Weir continues to write some of the best science out there, science and science fiction. His books are highly technical, which can wear you out a little bit. So I've always like the same thing when I read The Martian. I had to put it down for a while because my brain was exploding. But then you pick it up, and I would say I nibble at his books.
Mhm.
The book was great. The movie wasn't. The movie was not
Oh.
good. I did not like it. I thought it was a mess. And I don't know who directed. Let me look and see who directed Project Hail Mary because The Martian was directed by Ridley Scott and it showed
Mhm.
because that movie is fucking sharp. This
Yeah.
movie was not. Hang on. Who directed Project Hail Mary? It was Christopher Miller. Phil Lord and Christopher Miller. Yeah, I didn't like it. I thought it was crappy.
Yeah, I
I don't
don't
know,
know who
maybe
that
if
is.
yeah, I know they've done other things. What have those two done before? But I did not care for it. And I think I know that movie made $1 bazillion. I just thought it was kind of nonsensical. And again, and this made me mad, in the book they don't treat Rocky, the alien as a, in the movie they treat him as a pet, which pissed me off. He's not a pet. He is a well-trained genius engineer who basically saves, um, Grace's character over and over again. So I know, buddy. Oh, I know. Do you need to
Well,
go
I'm
use the
glad
room?
I'm glad you said that because I almost rented it on Amazon for 20 bucks and now I'm not going to.
Don't do it.
Okay.
Now, just wait for it to come up on one of the streaming services for free,
Mhm.
because I really and I didn't like what they did to the in the book the character Strat, the woman, who's in charge of saving the world, essentially
Mhm.
is just a badass, and they soften her badassness in the movie, and I did not like that. I'm like, the
Mhm.
woman is trying to save the world, and she makes no apologies for everything she does to save the world. And it's not like she apologizes in the movie. They just make her, you know, we're gonna make her more human. I'm like, I don't need her to be human. I need her to be the bad motherfucker who's gonna save the world.
Exactly. I don't need a list of her emotions.
I don't. I don't need to watch her singing karaoke. And I'm like, nope, that did not happen in the book. We did not need to see that.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to make her friendly. I don't have to have a beer with her. Just
Will there be a dance number with all the women next? Will there be lip syncing into a wooden spoon or a hairbrush now? No.
is there going to be a Donna Summer song playing that I'm going to like dance to?
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, it bugged me. I didn't like it. It made me mad. So that was dumb.
Okay.
All right. Let's talk about the fun stuff. And brothers, we are going to go with you. There we go. Fun stuff. Go.
Well, Winter Blast 5K. So we did that in Portage. It was nice. It was a really nice trail. Bridget Everett. We saw Bridget Everett live. Man, I would
We
see
must
her
talk about
live
that.
every time she came through. She
Let's
was.
digress for a minute and talk about her because she's on my list too. And honestly, we took our sabbatical right after we went and saw Bridget Everett, so we never really talked about her show.
Mhm.
And that woman she is an entertainer who has her stuff on lockdown. God damn, that is a woman that knows her craft.
Yeah, no, she was. It's probably one of the best live shows, other than like Peter Gabriel when I saw him on his Us tour. And that
Hmm.
was like huge production. This is not a huge production. It's basically her and what, a three-piece band and maybe four-piece. I can't remember now, but I think it was anyway. It's basically her show, and man, she grabbed onto us the moment she came out, and she did not let go. And it was, oh man, I was like, I want her to be the leader of my cult. So,
Oh yeah, yes. Yeah, she what I love about when I was first learning how to do improv in Colorado, one of the rules of improv is that you commit to whatever you're doing and you sell it. And she is a master of committing
mhm,
and selling it because people do appreciate even with her, she is so ridiculously talented. So
mhm,
it's more than just that. It's that you have this amazing talent who is still working her ass off up there from
mhm.
start to finish.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things I appreciate was it wasn't just the fact that she is immensely talented and has this just fantastic voice and presence and knows what to do with all of that. It's just that she works really hard up there, and it's like, damn, that is because the thing is, she really doesn't have to work
Mhm.
as hard as she's working. She doesn't.
Right.
She's that talented and that charismatic and that charming and that wonderful, but she is anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
So.
it was probably, it was, oh
She should be
man, I wish I
way,
could.
way, way more famous than she is. She should be so much more famous than she is. She should be, you see all these skinny bitches that have this, that say the same thing on comedy Netflix specials. I want to see her on a Netflix special. I don't want to see
Yeah.
them. I want to see her, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. And some
Yeah.
of her stuff is just so absurd and
Oh, it's
so
so raw and
hilarious and
funny.
so,
So,
it's
so
brilliant
filthy and
and
awesome.
vulgar and absurd and ridiculous. And
Yeah.
Bridget.
Yeah, so I think her tour is over, but if you ever get an opportunity
Mhm,
to see her live, I would say spend the money and make it happen. We had a really lovely night when we were because
mhm,
we stayed in an Airbnb slash Verbo that was I don't know, maybe a 5 minute walk from the
mhm,
Fillmore where she was performing, and then we walked down to La Supreme
mhm,
and we had dinner there first, which is um, a really fantastic French restaurant in downtown Detroit. What a fantastic meal.
mhm.
That might have been okay. You know what? That was the no, I can't count that one because that wasn't a Kalamazoo old fashioned. But man, that old fashioned was so good. It was so good. Yeah,
Yeah,
everything about that meal was spectacular.
we had excellent food. Our waitress knew what the fuck she was doing, and she was more of a guide than anything. So it was a great night. It was so much fun, and yeah. So anyway, we did that.
That's
If anything,
that's
if
what
I learned anything, it was from Bridget Everett, who is the patron saint of Big Cunt Energy.
big cunt energy. Let's go.
All right.
Hmm?
We also did our this is our fourth one of our run for the trees, which is sponsored by Michigan DNR, and it's kind of like a, what is it? Bob what's his name?
Bob Ross. It's
Yeah,
Bob.
Bob
Yeah,
Ross.
Bob
So it's kind
Ross.
of like a Bob Ross themed. You have like a week to do it. You do it wherever you want. And Jenny and I did it around the Kalamazoo downtown area, and then we went to Sarkozy Bakery. So it was awesome. We wore our medals, so that was great. Um, Jenny did the Ziegler Kalamazoo 5K or 10K. I did the Ziegler Kalamazoo 5K. That was great. It was a great way to see like some of the east side of Kalamazoo. Jenny got to run through really swanky neighborhoods. I got to walk quickly because I walk fast. I walked through the student ghetto areas, but it was
Campus.
super
Yep.
fun. The weather was perfect, so it was a really nice way to spend that time. Jenny and I also did the Run for the Buds, a 5K and other fun stuff in St. Joseph, Michigan. And this was a small, I mean, Ziegler Kalamazoo Marathon is a huge fucking race. 5,000 people.
Easily 5,000 people.
Run for the Buds, 50 people.
Yeah, it's so funny because we got there pretty early and we were looking for like the tent, because you go to the tent and then you go get your your bib and your t-shirt and all that sort of stuff. And there was no tent. There was like a card table in like the the post office parking lot,
Yeah, exactly.
that we had to ask him. We saw some guy with a his race number, so we had to ask him where he got it. He's like, "Oh yeah, there's a table over there."
So it was a well put together race. They
It
were
was
and it was like we went from downtown St. Joseph to downtown
Benton Harbor.
yeah, thank you, Benton Harbor and
Yeah.
back. So it was a night. There's a good hill on that. There was a good hill right at the end that will test your resolve. So it was
Well,
it was a good day. The weather was good, and then we
it
got to hang
was.
out in St. Joseph, which is a beautiful little town, and it was fun. So very different from Kalamazoo. Uh, I had burgers and thrifting with my friend Dawn, and I found some great clothes. We ate delicious burgers. I went for barbecue with my friend Barb. There's a barbecue place in Jackson that's very good. Barbecue's not necessarily my most favorite food, but they did a very good
Barbecue.
job. So I was like, well, if I have people that want to go get barbecue, I have a place for them now. John K. King Bookstore and had pastries with Duncan. John K. King Bookstore is I think it's the largest used bookstore in Michigan. It's 4 stories in Detroit. It's kind of a labyrinth that's haunted, and there's a rhyme and a reason to how it's organized, but I think only the people that work there understand it. Every time I go there, I have a list. I find nothing on my list, and I walk out with a bunch of books that I had no idea that I needed. So it's just one of those places. It's super cool. And then afterwards, we had pastry. I had a chocolate almond croissant.
God, those are so good.
Yes. I went to a wedding murder mystery with my friends Jill, Amy, Simone, and Julie, and it was just Jenny and I used to do one at Janetti's. Ours was better at Janetti's. We were better at like getting the audience involved, but it was fun. It's one of those times in your life when you're just like, I'm doing something silly. It's silly, but I'm going to 100% participate and enjoy this because it's one of those things where you can be like, oh, this is stupid, or you could just go head first, have a blast, and that's what we did.
I despise it when people go to things like that and then they don't want to participate because they might look stupid. I'm like, this is stupid. Get
Mhm.
in there. It's like
Yeah,
when you go
get
to
in there.
karaoke. I'm like, oh, I don't want to. I don't want to karaoke because I might look foolish. I'm like, you're at karaoke night. Find the dumbest song you can find and sing the fuck out of it.
Exactly. And that's exactly what we
Yeah.
did. We were technically part of the bridal party. We were part of the bachelorette party. So every time the bride did something, we had to go, woo! So we were the woohoo girl
You
table.
guys were the woohoo girls. Yeah, they figured that out. That was smart.
Yeah. So it was fun. Yeah, so it was a great night. And that's where I had my delicious lemon drop martini with gin.
Nice. Nice.
I
Well
made
done.
over 120 beads this last 10 weeks with Brunson Journey beads. We had a barbecue and a weenie roast with my other friends who have crazy old parents. And Duncan and I saw the movie Hokum in the theaters. Best movie I've seen so far in 2026.
It's a bold statement, Ann Brothers.
Yeah, it was, this isn't a problem necessarily with American movies. American horror movies don't focus on ghosts. We don't tell good ghost stories because we don't have enough history. But this one's basically a ghost slash witch story. It's awesome. And it's set in Ireland. And it was directed by an Irish dude. And you know what? They know how to tell a fucking great ghost story. And that's what they
It's
did.
because it's old. It's because America's not old enough to tell really
Yeah.
good ghost stories, or at least it doesn't feel like it. You need a place that's got a little more history.
Yeah.
Ireland's got a little bit more history.
Yeah, thousands of years
Yeah.
more history. So I was just like,
They have more
what? Adam
ghosts.
Scott was in it, and he plays kind of a dick. He did a great job. So it was like there was a little bit of humor. It scared the fuck out of you. The place was really cool. It was just like great movie. Totally 100% engaged. Like God, I miss a good. We don't tell good ghost stories here. We tell monsters, slashers, and possessions because we're all afraid the devil is going to possess us, and we need some white daddy to get us unpossessed. So anyway, there you
Love that.
go.
All right. So for me, fun. I gotta find my fun here. There it is. Yeah, Bridget Everett and Le Supreme in Detroit. That was amazing. I loved
Mhm.
that so much. I'm kicking myself for not sticking around longer after the show because I think we could have found her after the show and met her. but it was so cold.
It was cold.
Yeah, it was effing cold and windy that night. And so we did
Mhm.
really find this great little bar afterwards.
Yeah,
We ducked around and found a really great little dive bar afterwards. Had a really nice drink. It just kind of got to hang out. I just love Detroit so much. I'm really looking forward. We've got a couple events coming up in Detroit, one in
mhm.
June, one in October. I'm just really looking forward to going and hanging out there because I love Detroit. I know
Me too.
it's dirty and old and interesting. I'm wearing my Detroit T-shirt and my Tigers ball cap. The Tigers, by the way, are on an 11 game losing streak and are playing like my mom, who is, good at many things, but baseball's not one of them. That's
Not one
okay.
of them. Yeah. It's like mom and I are on a team. They could have gotten us, and we would have played for a lot less.
Honestly, you probably, yeah, you could have, you know, yeah, yeah, they're playing very poorly. All right, so the run camp. So I just finished up run camp while so this shows me what kind of dumb I am. Is that I signed up and made my husband sign up for this thing called run camp, which started December 6th and ran for 20 weeks. And basically, what it meant is that I got up in the morning at the crack of dawn for 20 Saturdays in a row and ran, rain or shine, snow, freezing cold temperatures. And if I wasn't running at run camp events, it's because I was running in some other event. I went to Chicago and ran. I got up on a Saturday morning and hung over and ran.
Oh, you duh,
So
Jenny, you're a duh.
I know I'm so dumb, but it was really, the cool thing about running is that you do sort of find these other levels of your brain in there. It's kind of nice. So did the Ziegler Run event, which was fun. The fun thing about running in Kalamazoo is that no matter what you do, you will find a hill to run up and then run down. And there was probably, I would say, oh God, two or three really good climbs where you're just like, this is hard. Make it stop. And then people are like drinking their mimosas and cheering you on, which is nice. Those are the rich people, the really ritzy part. There was like this little area we ran through that I didn't even know existed in Kalamazoo. It was like this tucked away, hidden little neighborhood where they rich.
Yeah, they rich.
So yeah, oh, you rich. Yeah.
Mhm.
Let me see. We did the run for the trees, which was awesome. Really enjoyed that because it was just a really nice morning, really beautiful morning that we went out and did that. The weather was perfect. It was awesome. The run for the buds, which was lovely. It's so funny because it was so Benton Harbor versus St. Joe. So like St. Joe, there was like tons of people and all these chairs were set up and they had food trucks. They had the lobster food truck, they had all this stuff. And then you go to like downtown Benton Harbor and there was like some guy selling cotton candy out of a station wagon.
Benton, I have never seen. Like I said, 5,000 people at the Kalamazoo one, and I there was cops there, but St. Joe had cops fucking everywhere, and not just one. Like
Everywhere.
they were always in groups of like 3 to 5. So many cops in St. Joe.
Yeah. Yeah. There were a lot of cops in
There
St.
was a
Joe.
lot.
It was
I was
crazy.
like,
Yeah.
wow. I kept looking for I'm like, damn, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was interesting. So yeah, that was my impression. I'm like, okay, St. Joe gets the lobster truck, and Ben Harbor, you get cotton candy station wagon. Let's go.
Let's go. Both have their place.
We got to go. Ann came over last week when we were getting the night before the run for the buds, and we went to the No Limits basketball game at Mattawan High School. So if you're not familiar with No Limits, No Limits is part of the Thrive program at the high school, and it's just this really fantastic, inspirational, awesome basketball game. It was just great. It was fun to watch the kids play. I saw what was the best version of the national anthem I have ever heard in my life by a young
Mm-hmm.
lady named Amari who just crushed it. It was so good.
It was
And
kind
the
of made
most
me.
heartfelt,
Yeah, it was
yeah,
like lots of feels, lots of feels.
yeah. And it's so funny because I was talking to my friend Deb, who's a social worker at the high school. She said the same thing. She was like, she's like, it was so beautiful. It made me feel so good, and it does. It just, the literally the purest version of that song I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah.
So wonderful. So, yeah, gives you a dose of perspective that I think I wish more people. And it was packed. The gym was packed, and they pack it every time they have this game. And I just think it's the greatest thing ever. Um, got to go see my granddaughter in Colorado, and that kid is just a bright, shining little beast. She is a wonderful little critter, and it was so great to spend time with her and just she's such a dynamic little thing already. You can just see it in her eyes. She's just this really great. I know, kitten. Sorry, I'm getting hell from Marla right now because she wants her dinner. So, but anyway, that was fantastic. Got to stay in downtown Greeley, Colorado, which doesn't sound like much, but I really like downtown Greeley. I think it's great. And it was good to spend time with Sarah and Devin and just kind of feel like, we were there for a few days. It was nice. And then the show Rooster on HBO,
Mhm.
which I gotta tell you, enjoyable. It has a very Ted Lasso vibe to it. It kind of it's by the same showrunners as Ted Lasso, so it's got
Mhm.
kind of the feels for that. Just good, some good storytelling, some good performances, lighthearted. So if you need a break from all of the oppression, just goofy and fun. So enjoyed that show very much. The one that's at the top of my list right now, and do you have Apple right now?
Not right now.
Okay. Widow's Bay on Apple
Oh
is
yeah,
supposed
that
to
looks
be
really good.
great. And it's also I can't wait to watch it because Jeff Hiller is in it. So if Jeff Hiller's in it, I'm watching it.
I am
Period.
too.
End of discussion. So yeah, and I've read it keeps popping up on top lists right now as far as
Mhm.
good shows. Matthew Reese is in it, who I
Mhm.
really like,
Me
and
too.
of course I know Kitten. Yes, I know. So those are some of the fun things. There's more fun things that I know I'm forgetting. Oh, Shakespeare's in Kalamazoo has darts now, so I actually beat Joe at darts the other day. That never happens. I know.
Good for
And
you,
then
Jenny.
he laid waste to me in cribbage last night, so he got his revenge.
Hmm.
But he didn't skunk me. I survived my skunking by 5 points.
Nice
So
job.
there.
Don't know
Hmm.
what that means, but good. Good.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, it's getting skunked is not great. It means you've lost by a bunch of points, is what it means. So all the points. All right. I think that's it. We're at our hour, so let's go ahead and wrap this up.
Hmm.
Remember, you can support the Brothers Sisters for free. So yeah, as you can see, Ann and I were very busy over
We
the
were
past 10 weeks
productive.
doing important, life-changing, world-changing things. So yes, or not.
Ah,
Okay. Just what? Just living life. Just doing our thing.
exactly. Just
Um,
living.
just living and doing our fun thing. So, like, follow, subscribe, leave a review, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music. Put the word out to your friends and family. Like, follow, subscribe, leave a review. Sharing is caring, and all of that. Um, so there you go. Now, we would love it if you joined us next week. Now, Anne, I haven't told you this yet, but next week we will be talking about Carla Hall next week. Chef Carla Hall. I'm
Mhm.
going to talk about her. You're going to know all about
Yeah.
her. Oh, yes. And the
Okay.
reason we're going to talk about Chef Carla Hall is because I have entered myself into the Carla Hall's annual favorite chef contest, which I fully intend to win this year,
Okay. But you're
which
not a
means that I'm
chef.
going to, I know that's the best part. You don't have to be. What you
Oh,
have to be is the favorite. So I'm going to create a social media presence so I can win. And
okay.
then what I'm going to do, Ann Brothers, is I'm going to take the $25,000 that I win, and I'm going to find a way to start putting more community gardens into the north side area of Kalamazoo.
All right, Jenny Brothers. That sounds
Yes.
like an honorable goal.
But I still want to talk about Carla Hall because I love her and I think she's the best. So,
Okay.
and I got
Well,
to
that's
meet
good.
her.
You can tell me all about her because I don't know very much about Carla Hall. Only that I heard her tell a story about her grandmother's cornbread, and it was so funny and so adorable that I was like, "Oh yeah, I could be this woman's friend."
Yeah. And I got to meet her. I accidentally met her on a walk in Kalamazoo last year, and I've never been the same. So
Mhm.
I told you that, didn't I? You know
Yeah,
that.
you
Yeah.
did.
Yeah. I'll have to, there will be pictures of me with Chef Carla Hall. So
Okay.
anyway, that's what we're talking about next week. So I'm going to plug Carla. I'm going to plug myself the contest. I'm going to ask my like all 10 of our loyal fans to vote for me when the time comes and keep voting for me and share that. And so we'll get to that. But anyway,
Okay. Cool.
there you go. Hey, wait, I have to do this real quick. Media assets. That's right. That's right. We're leaving you,
Oh,
but we still love you.
congratulations, Maggie. Maggie Caselli, though she's not Maggie Caselli anymore. She graduated. She's now an architect. She's smart.
We know. We know an architect, and she does very good work. And she designed aspects of our basement that we use to make it look less crappy. So, yay, Maggie! Right on. That's right, you guys. Thank you for spending the hour with us. And remember, we want to hear from you. Give us your questions, concerns, comments, and
Confession.
confessions. professions. That's right. Join us next week. Same place, same, probably a different time, but that doesn't really matter. Anyway, I am Janice Brothers, and with me is my sister.
My brother.
That's right. We want you to get out there, do something smart, do something dumb, do something fun. We are out of here.